in society and sport, particularly the emergence of women. This covers a historic one. SI's first Sportswoman of the Year, Billie Jean King, who shared the cover with the only coach ever to be honored as Sportsman of the Year, John Wooden of UCLA. And while the athlete provides us with a symphony of thrills, it's the coach who orchestrates that symphony. He's both father figure, father confessor. He needs the wisdom of Solomon, the hypnotic powers of Svengali, the strategic sense of Patton, the diplomatic skills of Churchill, and John Wooden, well, he had all those qualities, he had more.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this afternoon's second and featured game of the National Collegiate Athletic Association Basketball Championship between the Florida State University Seminoles and the UCLA Bruins.
For more than a decade, one man controlled college basketball. John Wooden, the Wizard of Westwood, arrived at UCLA in 1948. It took him 15 years to win his first NCAA title, with a team lacking any starter over 6'5". Then, a man nearly 1 foot taller arrived. Lou Alcindor led the Bruins to 3 national championships. His size was awesome, while his touch and agility blended perfectly with Wooden's concept of team play. Many felt Alcindor's graduation would end UCLA's reign. The Wizard knew better.
Many had said, well, wait till he loses the big guy, and he'll get his comeuppance, and we'll get him without the big guy. And then we won for the next 4 years in a row after he's gone.
Full court pressure was part of the master plan, and in 1972, a large, solemn redhead was plugged into the system. Bill Walton was an acid rock freak who sublimated his different drummer instincts to play Wooden's way. Walton's aggressive style made him nearly unstoppable near the basket, so Wooden redirected traffic.
Look at Bill! Look at Bill! Give it to him! Over the top!
Get it to Bill was the key for 2 more championships. In one over Memphis State, Walton hit 21 of 22 from the field. The streak got longer, but the Wizard knew his time was running out. In the final game of Wooden's coaching career, UCLA outfought Kentucky for yet another NCAA title. This team had no dominant player. Its strength was a legend on the bench, who bowed out with 10 titles in 12 years.
The game is over, and they're mobbing Johnny Wooden as he bows out with an NCAA championship.
John Wooden was the only coach to be named Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year. But others, like Alabama's Bear Bryant, also took on mythical proportions. Bear was born in Morrow Bottom, Arkansas, and his easy, down-home demeanor fueled the fires of flat-bellied Southern boys who gave their all for the Crimson Tide and Coach Bryant. Bear was unique, but so were others who earned the title head coach.
You're not getting your yardage. We're coming up 3rd and 5. We're lucky we got by that time. But you just get that first down and we'll get the touchdown.
Andre, you don't know from Shinola about what we're doing here. And boy, you better start playing good special teams or that's the end.
Get out of there! What the hell am I going to do next year when you 2 guys are gone? Send telegrams to you? Huh? You going to send me any of your money? So? What am I supposed to do? Throw a party for you here?
If we die together. You can get it done. You can get it done. What's more, you gotta get it done.
We've got big goals. We've got big ideas. We've got to win this game, and there is no game on the remainder of our schedule more important than the one you're going down to the tunnel to play today. Now let's go. Let's go. This is the worst defense we've played all year. You're letting them do anything they want to do. Laz, you're not getting any pressure on anybody. You're not dropping back in to help out. Tommy, you're not keeping Wilkes from getting the basketball.
Hi, John. How are you?
What would you do in this situation if you were managing this ball club, John?
You took this club in first, man.
I got a big decision to make, and I just don't know what to do. I thought maybe possibly could help me.
Give you a little time.
I take Marcus out, and Marcus is making goo-goo eyes at someone in back of the bench where the game's going on.
Went to college with that official.
Yeah,
I did. I went to college with him, huh?
Hey, you over-officious jerk!
Don't you be intimidating me.
I'm not intimidating you, but...
Don't you be intimidating me.
I'm not intimidating you, but I'm going to tell you something. As far as I'm concerned, he won enough.
Well, that's good enough for me, but sometimes get some help on it, too, all right?
All right, buddy.
That's the rule.
All right.
65 horsepower trap. That might pop wide open, Rats.
It's in there! Yeah! The Mentor! 65 horsepower trap, yeah! Hail to the victor, Zion! Hail to the country hero! Hail to Michigan, the champions
A coach with character can stamp his image on a team. Take, for instance, the ultimate character, Casey Stengel. Old Case was the damnedest Yankee of them all. His mangled syntax created a new language called Stengelese.
Well, here's Mickey Mantle. Everybody knows who Mickey Mantle is. They know him from Oklahoma. They know him from the North Pole, know him from the South Pole. Up today, he hits a ball that's further than anybody in present-day baseball. By that, I mean he hits oftener distance ball.
How does the team look to you?
Well, it's the first day of spring training, but we have everyone signed to an American League contract, which has the Yankees on. So I think we'll have to be the team that has to be beaten out of the pennant if we don't grab it ourselves.
The Yanks won with power from Mantle and Roger Maris, who went on to break Babe Ruth's single-season home run record. But the Subway Series with Brooklyn provided the biggest thrills.
Nobody has left this ballpark.
Especially the World Series of 1956.
Gets the sign. Here comes the pitch. Strike three. A no-hitter, a perfect game for Don Larson.
Don Larson had pitched the classic game. 27 men up, 27 men out.
Thinking about toward the end of the game. Of course, you were aware that you had a no-hitter.
Oh, I don't know what I was thinking about. I just wanted to win that ball game so bad I could taste it.
What did Yogi say to you when he jumped on you?
I don't remember. He just jumped on me. All I do is had a heavy load to carry.
After 7 world championships, Casey left the Yankees. And after a fling with the Mets, bid farewell to baseball, just as another coach was rising to prominence in pro football. The team was the Green Bay Packers. The coach, Vincent T. Lombardi. A blend of genius and rage, kindness and cruelty, who expressed himself much more clearly than Casey Stengel.
Everybody grabbing out there. Nobody tackling. Just grabbing, everybody. Grab, grab, grab.
Some portrayed Lombardi as a monster, but those who looked beneath the stereotype found a vital man who could move the spirit.
I know I'm an emotional man. In order for me, for example, to give everything of myself, to take the mental anguish that's all part of this game, the emotionalism that's all part of this game, in order for me to do this for someone else, I think there has to be a certain amount of love for that other person.
Love and fear drove the Packers to 99 wins in 9 years and 5 championships. In 1968, Lombardi left Green Bay. And 2 years later, he was dead from cancer, leaving behind his legacy in the lives of the men he touched.
I often wonder how those who played for Vince Lombardi ever try to humanize this imposing figure. If they had a nickname for him, I bet you they never said it to his face. By the same token, I doubt that an earthy character like Lombardi ever referred to Paul Hornung as the Golden Boy. If you did, you could bet it was preceded by something unrepeatable. But for a generation of football fans, Paul Hornung was the essence of competition. He was a modern Frank Merriwell, for whom the tag Golden Boy was certainly appropriate. Nicknames provide us with a handle on the personalities of special men. I think of Whitey, Dusty, Yogi, Sparky, Bubba, Maz, and Yaz. Nicknames have one of the boys' quality, like Ernie D, Billy C, Johnny U, Big D, Big E,